Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mahavidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भ कपिल महर्षये नमः. ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिल महर्षये नमः. ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिल महर्षये नमः. ओम श्री पतंजलि महर्षये नमः. ओम श्री पतंजलि महर्षये नमः. ओम श्री पतंजलि महर्षये नमः. ओम श्री व्यास महर्षये नमः. ओम श्री व्यास महर्षये नमः. ओम श्री व्यास महर्षये नमः. ओम अथ पतंजलि योग दर्शनम प्रथम पादः समाधि पादः प्रथमं द्वितीयं सूत्रम. ओम what is the first sutra? Let us say it 3 times. Om atha yoganushasanam. Om atha yoganushasanam. Om atha yoganushasanam. So Om is not there, but we have added because it is our habit. But in the Yoga Sutras, the first one is Atha Yoganushasanam. So we have seen in exhaustion at length the 2 aspects. One is what? It is Yoga Anushasanam. It is Anushasanam is equal to, for us, in simple understanding, it is Shastra. And Shastra does Shasanam, Shamsanam. Therefore, Anushasanam or Shamsanam or Shastram are same. Therefore, Yoga Anushasanam is equal to Yoga Shastra. Then, we have also tried to understand exhaustively in our life of outer achievements as well as our spiritual achievements, the need of this Yoga Shastra or Yoga Jnanam, that also we have exhaustively seen. If we want to repeat it in a simple manner, it means along with the Jnanam and Abhyasam related to the Purusha, when we also get all the Jnanam and Abhyasam related to the Prakriti, when they both go hand in hand, it is always assured and it is definitely successful endeavor. Purusha Sambandha Jnanam is gained and sadhana done, but Prakriti is not duly respected or valued, or Prakriti Sambandha sadhana is not properly done, or Prakriti is not understood, or Prakriti is not put under curb or the check, then this Purusha Sambandha sadhana will not give result to all. Although there are some very highly evolved sadhakas, they need not even bother about the Prakriti, outer or inner. Very rare are such great disciples or the students or sadhakas. Straight away they have become so conscious about the conscious self that they are not even concerned, worried about the presence of the Prakriti at all. Trigunatmaka Prakriti, whose expression is the outer and inner world, which is an obstruction for the fulfillment of spiritual vision. So such people, they need not. But majority of us are those sincere, genuine, serious in our pursuit of excellence of spirituality. Same time, we are the victims of the Prakriti outer and inner. And in an unbiased thinking, it's only in the Krita Yuga where the people are so Shuddha in their Antakarana that without Prakriti Sambandha Sadhana, with only Purusha Sambandha Sadhana, one could reach the reality. But in the timings later on, especially in our Kali Yuga, where nothing but the Prakriti is so much we are involved in, we are such as slaves to them, that without understanding the nature inner and outer, and without putting all the efforts to control, curb or master it, thinking that the Purusha Sambandha sadhana of Aham Brahmasmi or I am Atma Brahma we can do, it is only imagination. A person, because of his intellectual sharpness, he can go on talking on all the Purusha Sambandha Vishayas, subjects, matters, Shastras. Yet he can be a person of not putting even 1 foot ahead in its practice, in its achievements. Why? He's still 100% slave only to the Prakriti. In fact, reversing it and talking, in our periods of the Kali Yuga, Prakriti Sambandha sadhana are more required because we are here more sinners than the earlier Yuga because of various reasons, mainly the Yuga Dharma, etc. Therefore, unless we manage the inner Prakriti of Chitta and free it from all the negativities, we can't even start living a decent, noble life of not harming ourselves and not harming the world. Forget about doing spiritual stuff. Today's world, यार किसी को तंग मत करो, that itself is great contribution. Forget about helping or serving others. That's all higher and later. So in this way, any period of history, especially now, and to you and I, this subject matter of the Prakriti and how to understand it as well as manage it for it to help us rather than troubling us, we must know. That is why the Yoga Anushasanam, the Yoga Shastra, its importance in our both spiritual evolution as well as Vyavahara. In the Purusha Sambandha Sadhana, Vyavahara it helps less. Only one way it helps is Vyavahar Mithya hai chhod do. That's correct, ultimate truth. But it's not applicable to everyone, no? It is not appealing to everyone. See, सत्य का अर्थ ये नहीं है कि वो सबको अच्छा लगे. सत्य सबको मदद करता है, बट वो अच्छा लगे ना लगे उसका गारंटी नहीं होता. But then this Purusha's Prakriti Sambandha Sadhana, it equips a person even to succeed in Vyavahara. Because here the discussion is about the matter created upadhis, why they are ugly or like that, how they can be beautified. ये सारा इतना बढ़िया सिखाया जाएगा that he'll be able to succeed outside also. So therefore, which is greater, which is lesser, in that language will not go. Our job is we have to evolve spiritually. We need both wings of Prakriti management, Purusha management. So whichever the wing is weaker, which will make that particular wing the stronger. That's how we have to always be matured in accepting whatever is needful, involving in that and doing the sadhana and go on growing. Our goal is to grow. Yeah. Now this Patanjali Yoga Darshanam and its 195 sutras of 4 Pada, it even starting from the basics, Yama Niyama Asana se lekar, up to the Kaivalyam, it's going to guide us. It takes time for me to study and explain to you, and you also listen. Already few days we have spent that unfamiliarity, etc. gone away. Slowly we are becoming familiar. To say that there is a Yoga Darshana, Yoga Marga, there are the Yoga Acharyas, there is Yoga Shastra, in that these are the sutras. This is how the topic is developed. थोड़ा थोड़ा हमको प्रवेश हो रहा है. Not that we have mastered, we are getting an idea. Yeah. So first mantra's essence is this. Atha yoga anushasana. And then yoga is juja sadhu, dhatu. It is equal to samadhi. Samadhi is the nature of the chitta by its original nature. And there is of 2 types. When it is toward the worldly activity, it is samprajnata. When it is toward the spirituality of the self, it is asamprajnata. So the samprajnata samadhi का अर्थ क्या है कि chitta is in my control so much that when I have to do vyavahara, the chitta is 100% cooperating me without even little of the trouble. That type of total control of the chitta, thereby control of every activity through perfect alertness is called as samprajnata samadhi. Then same chitta, when the goal is Paramatma, it knows that it is not required there. Therefore, it just goes away, allowing Paramatma to experience it. That is called asamprajnata samadhi. Like your own cooking helps at home. When they have to cook, They are the ones who are there in the kitchen, इधर से भाग रहे हैं, दौड़ रहे हैं, सारी चीजें निकाल रहे हैं, बना रहे हैं खाना. और सब बनाने के बाद, when they put it on the dining table, they are not even looked there or seen there. कहते कि नहीं, आपके गेस्ट आए, so 3-4 लोग. Who makes the खाना? Naturally, either husband or the servant. When she makes, or whoever maybe they make it. At that time, they are dominantly there everywhere. Predominantly. Once the food is put on table, you say, "Ab tum andar aana, ab jab tak bulati nahi aana." So then you only serve and you eat and all. When they say food is very good, you say, "मैंने बनाया." बनाया मतलब बनाने दिया. इतना ही the difference है. In the same way, that servant is like chitta. In Sampragnata Samadhi, she is like perfectly cooking the food, etc. In the Sampragnata Samadhi sthiti level, that person's dhi is in such a samavastha, every vyavahara is doing so wonderful. In Asampragnata means nothing is known. Jnata is to know. Pragnata is know very thoroughly. Sampragnata means consciously. Asampragnata means nothing is known. What? Other than the self. So, she is not at all their servant seen. In the same way, in the Asampragnata Yoga, which is actually Kaivalya Sthiti, only Drashtuho Swarupi Avasthanam remains. Now, all these are beginnings. As we develop the sutras and subject, more and more clarity comes. So, after saying that, now we are talking to Yoga Shastra. Second sutra, Yoga ka lakshan bata hai. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. This is the second sutra. About this, only 2-3 things today we will see, more exhaustively later. What is that? Ki, there are 2 words here. One is what? Chitta nirodha is not said. Chitta vritti nirodha is said. Point 1. Second is chitta sarva vritti nirodha is not said. Vritti nirodha is said. Therefore, the meaning should be understood as what? Chitta ka niruddha nahi hota hai. Chitta ke vrittiyon ka niruddha. And niruddha is not destruction. Niruddha is complete mastery. Therefore, those vrittis which have to be eliminated are eliminated, which are not required, which are destructive and detrimental, and those vrittis which are very much required, fully gaining them and putting them under our control, that is called as actually nirodha. So the Bhashyakaras will tell us vritti nirodha means only tamo rajo guna vritti nirodha, not sattva guni vritti nirodha in the beginning to reach to samparajnata samadhi level. That's what they talk. So too they say the nirodha means of chitta vrittis only, not the chitta. You cannot destroy the chitta. You only do the removal of the vritti, then the chitta alone becomes chitta. Like the waves of the water is destroyed, not the water. When the waves are quietened, then the water is revealed to itself. Now, in the wave, in the water, the waves are seen. So much we are preoccupied with the waves, we are not able to see the substratum called as water. So here also, with a good example, chitta, chitta vritti utthana sthiti. What is the meaning of chitta vritti nirodha sthiti, and what stages are there in that? How it helps us in the higher meditations. This is the subject. Then the next sutra will say, when the chitta vritti nirodha is done, what is accomplished? Then the answer, tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. That is how beautifully Patanjali ji will guide us. So we will see it later on in our next class. As people are waiting for me, I have to rush. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have our other classes after 2 o'clock. When I come back, now I have to rush. Please remember, after